Hey guys, I congratulations, you made it. We are 15 days close to the new year. I am Bren Harris, and this is the Bren Harris podcast, episode 98. Can you believe it? I can't either. Please let us know in the chat where you're chiming in from. If you threw a dart right at the middle of the United States, that's where I am in Oklahoma. And the weather's still crazy here, but not like it used to be in the fall and spring. And I am so glad you're here. It is not an accident. And for those of you who may not know me, we are talking tonight with a holiday sanity check-in and 3 steps to win at the holidays. Now, for those of you who may not know me, I founded Warrior Moms by Bren when my son was medically injured. Now, our sign tonight, we use ASL, medically injured. Medically injured at 22 months of age. He was just a baby. We have walked through hell. Now we walk through it like we own the place, and we take water back to those just starting their journey. I never thought it could happen until it happened to us. And I know I am here to tell you, you are not alone. Now, I am not a doctor. I am not an expert. Hey guys, Georgia in the house, Seattle in the house. Great to see you. And Oklahoma in the house. Oh, just down the turnpike. And I know that this is a very busy time of the year. And hear my heart. I am not here to give medical advice. I am here to let you know the road that we have walked the last 10 plus years to bring my son from level 3, diagnosed level 3 on the autism spectrum, which means theoretically lifelong care, to a thriving, amazing 6'1" teen that is independent and so gifted. Like we call him chef at our house. He's always cooking us dinner. He's always taking care of the kitchen. It's really his passion and his go-to. So we feel very blessed to know these things. Hey guys, good to see you. And happy Tuesday. Yes, we are here. We are 15. Hey, hear me, warriors. We are 15 days close to the new year. Now, I realize that kind of snuck up on me. Maybe it did for you. Or maybe you're one of those that you're all ready for the holidays. Nothing's bothering you. You're not, no worries. You can just kick back and relax. And you know that, you don't have to worry about any of that. Well, that's great. We're here to say together we're stronger. Now, we have a couple of signs. We use American Sign Language. When my son does not know how to say a word, we look up the word. And if you're listening to this on the replay, thank you for being here. It is not an accident that you are listening tonight or today, wherever you are. You can always look up these signs. And I will say ASL instead of American Sign Language often. My son's name is Zach. So we jokingly refer to this as Zach and Ease. I am by no means an expert. And when I say holiday sanity check-in, we do not have the luxury of doing things last minute at our house. We are here to prep, to plan, and execute. Now, we finally get to travel for the first time in a few years. We had a family member pass that had been on hospice, and we were not able to leave town for the last few years. And here we are. We are able to go as an entire family. We pick up my mom on the way. We're hanging out at a cabin on a lake, and we're just relaxing. And we're enjoying that quality time. And the first thing I do when I tackle hey guys, good to see you. When I tackle a project, Florida in the house, Nettie, good to see you. And Thomas, welcome. Glad you guys are here. Now, hear me. We can all play in the sandbox. We may not have the same views, the same opinions, the same philosophies for our lives or our children. I'm here to say this is my empirical study. Now, there are 3 words for tonight. I'm going to give you a heads up. And this is aware or situational awareness. You just kind of tap like you're saluting. Awareness. And then we are talking about boundaries. Oh, I have a million things to say about boundaries. Take your hands and put them right here in front of your shoulders. Keep your thumbs down. Use your pinkies and push back. When my son is having an autism rage fit, which doesn't happen that often these days because we've really tweaked the diet and we've detoxed him from heavy metals, boundaries. So if someone is, drinking too much or in your space this holiday season, I want you to go, wow, okay, you could be right. I'm willing to consider that. And then our final word is going to be confidence. And this is, you just like you're grabbing a baton in a race, confidence, and bring that straight forward from your breastbone. And I love that we kind of have our own secret language. If we're at a holiday function and things are just going to hell in a handbasket, we can just do a little sign, and we as a family know what we're talking about. Now, does that always work? No. My mission is to keep things calm, social storied out. That means we say, this is what we're doing. This is how many days we're going to be here. This is what we can expect. And we don't have the luxury of just hopping in the car and going to fast food because of food allergies. So we take all of that with us. And we take our amazing air fryer that's so healthy. And that way, we don't have to worry about not having what we need. So for awareness, there's a couple of levels for awareness. So bear with me here. White, that's like the baby entry level, kindergarten level. We're tuned out, we're relaxed and completely unaware of our surroundings and generally unprepared. I'm sure you've seen that movie or that show or that YouTube video that shows someone with their headphones on and they walk into a store that's being robbed and they have no clue. And we want to not be that person. We want to be tuned in to our surroundings. We want to be tuned in to how to mitigate stress, because the more stress there is, the more behaviors we will see in our children. I know, not fun, but welcome to grown-uphood. Okay, the next level is yellow. So we have, I'm going to hide this for a minute. I want you to do white, do a high five, and pull that forward like you're pulling a cloth off a table. White, and then yellow it's a Y. Like kind of like hang loose. Okay, so next level is yellow, relaxed awareness, aware of our surroundings and actively scanning for threats, can quickly respond if needed. Now, I know if you are not a special needs parent or you don't have a medically injured person in your family, this may not even be on your radar, and I am so happy for you. Now, for those of us who live with this 24/7, 365, we are always reading the room, reading the situation, reading the restaurant, reading the school setting, reading when we get to our location. I go around with our autism therapy dogs and we check for dangers and we secure any place that we stay. And we are so blessed. My son is an amazing road tripper, so that's great. We did not want to throw him in the deep end and do, a big trip and be in the airports yet, since we haven't been able to travel in a while. Yes, healthy vegan. A huge shout out to Tennille, the captain. She has been vegan raw. Put it in the chat, my friend. You've been raw vegan for how long? I mean, it's pretty impressive. I'm used to being gluten-free. I don't even know where to start to try to be vegan. And then the next level is going to be red. And you take an R like a hook and you do this on your bottom lip. Red level of awareness. Now, this is high alert, actively responding to a threat or taking action. Now, when we are on the road, we don't have the luxury. Or when we are getting ready for the holidays, we don't have the luxury to leave everything to the very last minute. That's when our nervous system goes into the red zone. That's where we don't want to be. Red means stop for a reason. Hey, Tony, DC, glad you're here. Red means stop. We are really, I want you to hear me, warriors. Hear me. We do not want to be in the red zone this holiday season. It's bad for our health. It's terrible for our mental health, our emotional well-being, and then we have to take a vacation from the holiday that's supposed to be celebrating something positive. So I want you to understand, we can be unaware and caught unaware, and then we have to react instead of respond. Hear me. Listen, pause, respond. Resist reacting. Always respond, because when we react, we usually need to go back and apologize. 16-day raw vegan. Well done, warrior. I am so proud of you. And we are planning we are planning and executing for the holidays. Now, I know this is not for everyone. It's really important to understand when we're medically injured, we are being proactive instead of reactive. We're responding instead of reacting. Now, our second word or topic for tonight on our 3 steps to win for holiday sanity, boundaries. Keep your thumbs down and then push your pinkies this way. Boundaries. For me, I am a reluctant advocate for medical freedom. I did not want to talk about this. I did not want to talk about our story. A mentor kept saying, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. How many families can you help if they know they can have an informed choice? And it's not easy. It's not something I would choose ever. I am a lover by nature. You mess with my child, I become a warrior. Okay, so our next thing is boundaries, and there's 4 types, and I'm just going to put these all together in one slide. Types of boundaries. We have physical boundaries, protect my personal space and body. Now, if you have children that are on the autism spectrum and nonverbal, please talk to them about personal boundaries. No one, not a teacher, not a therapist, not a doctor, not a parent, can touch you where your underpants are. Easy. I mean, that's so easy. It reads easy. It lives hard. It's okay to stand up for yourself. We've given our son permission. If anyone touches you where your underpants are, you headbutt the shit out of him and you won't get in trouble. So he kind of likes that. And I'm not trying to be guttural here. I'm here to say we instill that in our children so that they can be advocates for themselves. The second one is emotional. Protect my thoughts and feelings. Now let's talk holidays. Hear me, warriors. The holidays are hyped and pressured, and the expectations are unrealistic, and then we're disappointed. Then we might eat the wrong thing or eat too much, or drink the wrong thing or drink too much. And then, crazy Uncle Bob is getting in our face and really in our personal space. No, we're saying boundaries for emotionally and physically. Okay. Moving right along, verbal boundaries. Protect how we speak and what we discuss. It's okay to ask for input. I have an accountability partner. I have several mentors that I listen to and I allow to pour into me. I don't let a whole lot of people do that. And I'm just not going to waste my energy trying to convince someone that my son is medically injured. I'm showing them the data and sharing our story. That's okay if you can't relate. We're all allowed to agree to disagree and still be friendly and play in the same sandbox. And that's where our culture doesn't always get it right. Now, I'm looking at 3 different screens. Apologies. Thank you for grace. And then the next thing is when we're protecting how we speak, we're not gossiping, we're not being divisive. We're saying, yeah, I'm going to need a break from that relative, or I'm going to need some downtime, or I need 5 minutes to get my sanity together. And then the final one on boundaries is time boundaries. Protect how I spend my time. We live by the timer. And if you've worked with children with special needs, you know exactly how powerful that is. Oh, thank you, Nettie. If you're getting value, put value, or if you can relate, put relate. We live by these boundaries. We live by this awareness. You show up on my door, you might find me having a bad moment, but it's not a bad day or week. It's, oh my gosh, I'm trying to do this in my own strength instead of higher power strength. Or I'm not rested. One of my favorite sayings is HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And I say tired, thirsty, or stressed. HALT. That's the red zone again. When we're hungry or we're hangry or we're angry or we're anxious or we're lonely or we're tired or we're thirsty or we're stressed, that's when we make bad decisions and we end up right here in the red zone, high alert, actively responding to a threat and taking action, possibly when there is no threat. Emotional and physical safety are my number one priorities, especially where my son is concerned. Now, he's a lot bigger than me. He's 6'1". We work out 5 days a week. And it's important to understand I would never be doing that if I did not need to stay in shape. Because if we get exposed to something like Red 40, he's off the charts with aggression. And we have had to learn that from other parents in the same situation, not from medical professionals. And the reason Red 40 is a problem, that's a great question. The reason Red 40 or any red is a problem, it's petroleum based. It's made to create food that's vibrant and attracts us in the grocery store. It is not meant for human consumption in large amounts or small amounts. And it's impossible for us to detox that. And what that happens is the body keeps score and we find ourselves in toxic overload. Okay, so quick recap. My son was medically injured at 22 months of age. We have walked through hell these last 10 years. Now we walk through it like we own the place, and we take water back to those who are still in the fire. We can agree to disagree and walk this road together and play in the same sandbox. I am not here to apologize for our story because it is just that. Because hear me, your story matters too. And what do I mean by that? You had that one thing that felt like a mountain, but now you look in the rearview mirror and it was just a speed bump. Now let's go help other people come as far as you have. And I love that we can all come together and say, hey, we're in this together because together we really are stronger. Community will always outweigh willpower. And I have felt so alone in this journey for so long, and I'm so blessed to connect with those who understand and realize, hey, we only have 15 days left in this year. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I do believe in New Year's objectives and goals. Let's dust those off and let's break those down into smaller goals so we can say, wow, we're making progress, because it's always about progress over perfection. We are not here to say we have all the answers. We're not here to say our way is the only way. We are here to say we have a story. And if this saves one family, even one moment of heartbreak and devastation, it's worth it. Okay, so our final word tonight, we did awareness. Now we have boundaries and confidence. Like you're grabbing the bar or the baton in a relay race. Confidence. And confidence, what I love is that confidence can get a bad rep because we think of it as arrogance. It's the exact opposite. I know you have been in a room, whether you're in education or you're in the arts or you're in the corporate setting. In a group, there's always that one really loud, overconfident, or should I say arrogant, really loud, brandishing all the big logos and talking about their speedboat or their new car or their new handbag. And they're showing out like it's external. It's like they need that validation that I'm cock of the walk. No, that's arrogance. That's arrogance. We are talking about confidence. And one of my favorite quotes is right here. Insecurity is loud, confidence is quiet. Think about it. You've been in those situations. Now, if you're on the live, put an L. If you're on the replay, put an R. It's so glad you guys are here, and let us know where you're chiming in from in the chat. And I am so excited. We are launching a new initiative called The Warrior Nation. And I want you guys to join us. 2025 is going to be off the charts. We are here to lock arms, and whether you're taking care of a loved one, you're having trouble or deciding what to do with a career decision, and you are saying, I want to be my best. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, this is your safe space. And I have been at this a while, but I've only stepped out in boldness in recent months. And it is something I do reluctantly because I know that everyone has a story and I want your story to be heard. Now, remember, as we prepare for the holidays, We can have awareness. We can set those boundaries. We don't even have to say a word. We can just set them for ourselves. And we can walk in confidence like this, confidence, because I want you to be authentic, legendary, and unapologetically you. Warriors, unite.